Hi everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday. If you're new to the channel, this is a working record store in the middle of Monterey, California, and I just try to give you guys a little glimpse of some of the new releases, reissues, and represses that came out on vinyl today, new release Friday. And I also start with a couple or one pick of the week or two picks of the week just to get you started. Now, there's a list posted down below in the comments section that has alphabetical order and prices, and we don't cover every single thing on that list, but you know it gives you a general idea of what's going on. Now today our buyer is on vacation again, so the list is a little anemic, but I'm gonna, I'll get something down there for you. We don't talk about everything here, because we just feature some titles, and today it was a little bit of a smash and grab because I know that there's some key stuff that is not in my pile here, but I just got to grab and go because we're shorthanded and gotta make it work. So all week we've had, like, somebody was out sick, this other person is on vacation, and wow, it's just been one of those, but it's gonna happen. So let's get started. Pick of the week, the first one, I got two for you this week. So my first one, feel like I'd be really remiss if I didn't mention the Beatles' Now and Then single. This is on the Capitol label. Now and Then is a double A-side single for Now and Then and Love Me Do. So it kind of pairs the last Beatles song with the band's first UK single, and they're very powerful bookends here for the Beatles recorded canon. Both songs are also featured on the expanded 2023 editions for the 1962 to 1966, the Red album, and the 1967 to 1970, the Blue album. Okay, so Now and Then is the last Beatles song written and demoed by John Lennon somewhere in the mid to late 70s, and with John's voice now, they've fixed it to be very pristine in the mix here. And it features elements from the 1995 sessions, including George Harrison playing guitar parts and the vocal and instrumental parts that were recorded by Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr in 2022, along with the new arrangement for strings. So it was produced by Paul and Gilles Martin, and Now and Then is the last song recorded by all four Beatles. It's a very powerful and fitting finale to the band's timeless recordings. Okay, so the song that started it all, Love Me Do, was the Beatles' first UK single in 1962. And for the first time, the iconic song's been demixed using a machine-aided learning and remixed in true stereo. So Love Me Do launched the Beatles' journey to unparalleled worldwide success and acclaim, and it continues to this day. So there's different ways to get this. There's two 7-inch variants. One is on clear vinyl and one is on marbled vinyl, and it does tell you which one on the sticker here. So if one or the other is important to you, just check there. There's also a black vinyl 10-inch available. And lastly, there is a black 12-inch available. Now, all variants have exactly the same on them, just the two songs, Now and Then and Love Me Do, on the B-side. So anyway, they're here for you now, okay? Now, my other pick for you this week, it's technically not a brand new release, but it's called a new release because they've changed up the color variants, but it's just such a good record that it's worth the honorable mention anyway. This is Caroline Polachek, and it's Desire I Want to Turn Into You, and it's on the Caroline Polachek LLC label. So there's limited edition. There's copper colored or tiger's eye vinyl on these variants now. It's a 2023 release. It was, I think, originally released in February of this year, but it's the fourth studio album by singer-songwriter and producer Caroline Polachek, and it's the second under her given name. She used to record with Chairlift. But anyway, it features the singles you might know: Bunny is a Rider, Billions, Sunset, Welcome to My Island, and Blood and Butter. Those are all on here. And this is her best album of her career. It's a transformative pop experience for this one. It's passionate, very richly melodic, and it's an odyssey into the darkest corners of love. And in manufacturing fashion, I just feel like they really should make it more obvious with the color variants, which I'm always complaining about that, you guys know. On this, if you really zero in on the back sticker barcode, you will see here, this one says that it's tiger's eye. And the other one, if you really zero in on it, you'll see that it says metallic copper up there. So that's the way to discern which is which. You know, it would kill them, I guess, to just put a little sticker on the front there. But anyway, you can tell which is which. If you need help, you know, whoever's behind the counter is certainly happy to help you and assist you with that too. Okay, so now, like I said, the list is a little anemic for my liking today, but it's okay. We'll get through because we got some interesting stuff here. First up, this is actress. Now this, you know, I'm also absolutely terrible with Roman numerals, so I don't even know what to tell you about this. It's LXXXVII. Now I know that the X's are 10s, V is a 5 and 3, so something 38, but I don't know. And I know that there is one of you guys that watches that is very good with Roman numerals, so maybe you can like help us with that. Okay, this is on Ninja Tune, working with elements of techno, electro, R&B, and concrete electronic. This Darren Cunningham is AKA actress, and he's a real luminary in the electronic world. He's patented a sound that is instantly recognizable, impossible to emulate, and responsible for some of the most beloved electronic albums of recent times. So many have placed on numerous publications and end of the year lists, including Pitchfork's 100 best albums of the decade so far. That's kind of a cool thing. So anyway, this album incorporates the game of chess, both mathematically and thematically. Sorry, not mathematically. What am I thinking? Thematically and artistically, as seen in the track titles corresponding to the moves on a chessboard, and with actress noting that different tracks elicited different responses and determined the move that they proposed back to me. So there's different variants on this one. This that I'm showing you is the 3LP Deluxe Edition, and it's on crystal clear vinyl. And I believe, what else is there? I want to say that there's a 2LP Deep Blue and maybe even just a single LP. But anyway, this is the one I have available to show you right now, okay? All right, next up, this is Black Rebel Motorcycle Club Live at Levitation. This is on Reverberation Appreciation Society label. Now, Black Rebel Motorcycle Club's 7th vinyl release, sorry about the glare, in the Live at Levitation series. So the release showcases the band's appearance at the festival with their 2013 performance, originally an RSD release. It's now on limited gold nugget colored vinyl. The first Austin Psych Fest was held in March of 2008, and it expanded to a 3-day Levitation event the following year. So the event really developed quickly into like this international destination for psychedelic rock fans, with lineups spanning the fringes of indie rock from up-and-comers to vintage legends, and capped off with headline performances from co-founders, the Black Angels, along with Tame Impala, the Flaming Lips, the Brian Jonestown Massacre, the OCs in various forms, and many, many more. So Levitation helped spark a movement inspiring the creation of similar events across the globe, and the burgeoning psych scene would soon ignite. So Live at Levitation series captures key moments in the psychedelic rock history and live music in Austin, Texas. All right. Next up, this is a holiday album. This is Booker T and the MGs in the Christmas Spirit. This is on Atlantic Catalog Group. With their unique and soulful groove, Jones, Cropper, Dunn, and Jackson interpret 12 holiday classics, infusing each and every track with funk, taste, and style. Just listen to that chiming organ, that pulsing bass, and the ringing guitar, and the 12 drummers drumming sound. That's not 12 drummers drumming. That is Al Jackson, man with a beat so big that even the elves can hear it all the way up to the North Pole. So to guarantee the funkiest Christmas ever, make sure that you keep the Christmas spirit by your side throughout the Yuletide. This is a good one. It's on clear vinyl. It does tell you that. It's part of that Atlantic 75 Years Genius series, and it is all of those with the silver are on that crystal clear vinyl. Okay? All right, next up, this is Jimmy Buffett, Equal Strain on All Parts. This is on the Sun Records label. Singer-songwriter Jimmy Buffett regaled audiences for over 5 decades with songs about the faces and places from his lifelong journey along the road less traveled. So this album, Equal Strain on All Parts, is a new chapter in that story as a playful and heartfelt gift to his dedicated fans, inspired by his grandfather's description of a good nap. The new album features some well-known friends, including Paul McCartney and Emmylou Harris, Angelique Kidjo, and the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. And that can never be a bad thing. 2 LPs, and it's on what they're calling Key West Blue vinyl, and that is also indicated on the sticker here for you. All right, here's some jazz for us. This is Kenny Burrell, KB Blues, on the Blue Note Tone Poets series. It's part of that, and on the Blue Note label. So recorded in 1957, Kenny Burrell's third session as a leader for Blue Note presented the guitarist's signature stylings and crack team of hard boppers featuring Horace Silver, Hank Mobley, Doug Watkins, and Louis Hayes. Previously only issued on vinyl in Japan, this swingin' set is given a new shine with its mono Tone Poet series vinyl edition produced by Joe Harley, mastered by Kevin Gray from the original analog tapes, pressed on 180-gram vinyl at RTI, and packaged in a deluxe gatefold tip-on jacket. Now, you remember we always talk about tip-on jacket. That's the old school style where it was like the cardboard backing with the informational, page pasted down over the top of it. Oh, and these are numbered too, just so you know. It's a numbered edition. I don't know how many are in the edition, but this is number 3052, just happens to be. Okay? All right, this is a cool thing. How beautiful is this? Cher, Believe 25th Anniversary Deluxe Edition. This is through Warner Rhino, and the 25th Anniversary Deluxe Edition of Cher's groundbreaking dance album, Believe, featuring the iconic title track, Strong Enough, All or Nothing, We All Sleep Alone, and more. So this 3 LP set includes the timeless original album, plus 2 LPs from the newly remastered electrifying remixes from the era, compiled together for the very first time. This is pressed on 3 unique colors. There's one of the discs is clear, one is sea blue, and one is light blue. And this limited edition box set also contains an exclusive numbered lithograph. But yeah, it's like a lot of mixes of Strong Enough and Believe and All or Nothing and Dove l'Amour. I hope I'm saying that right. But anyway, I just love the look of this box. It's really cool. And who doesn't love Cher? Come on, she's iconic, beautiful. Okay, next up, another Christmas offering. This is Chicago Greatest Christmas Hits. This is through Rhino Records. This is a holidays collection from the iconic rock jazz pop band, and the festive compilation shines a spotlight on Chicago's unmistakable sound across 13 Yuletide favorites, including Let It Snow, All Over the World, Wonderful Christmas Time featuring Dolly Parton, and Winter Wonderland. So these tracks have originally appeared on various different Chicago Christmas albums. The Christmas album and What's It Gonna Be, Santa, were both certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, that RIAA. Anyway, this is on a limited edition red colored vinyl, and yes, it does tell us that on the sticker. Okay, next up, this is Cold War Kids, and this is on CWKTWO core label. I can't even imagine how they're trying to pronounce that, but whatever. They've announced their 10th studio album. The band's singer and songwriter Nathan Willett describes this as our self-titled record, that everybody gets one, and this felt like the right time because of the sound of this record is a sound that makes Cold War Kids unlike any other. I'm so proud of these songs, and they took a long time to come together. So the longing and struggle and joy I wanted to express are personal to me, and I'm so excited to share it with our fans who have come with us on the journey. Now, this is also a little frustrating because nowhere is there any indication on this, but just so you know, this is on blue colored vinyl. And, why couldn't this be blue instead of black? Just something, give us a clue. But they don't, and there's no way for the consumer to just eyeball this and know that. But you have me, and I dig deep, and I find the answers. So there we go, blue vinyl on that one. Okay, this one is Lupe Fiasco, the cool Atlantic Catalog Group is the label for this, and it's the Grammy-nominated RIAA certified platinum album from Lupe Fiasco, pressed on double black ice vinyl. It features the hit singles Superstar, Hip Hop Saved My Life, Paris, Tokyo, and Dumb It Down. And this one does tell you that it is limited edition black ice vinyl. I think that's kind of a smoked out looking black. I think that's what black ice vinyl is meant to be about. Okay, this is Fat Freddy's Drop. It's called Blackbird Returns, and this is on the label called The Drop. Flying high for their 10th anniversary of Blackbird, they've announced the brand new Blackbird Returns remix album. Friends from around the world, Nightmares on Wax, Jazz Nova, Kings, Syrup D, DJ Philippa, Marcus Wargle. These names, I know they don't mean a lot to me. I'm not real familiar with a lot of these guys, but, I know some of you are. So anyway, they've remixed their favorite Blackbird tracks for this album. So there's a whole plethora of different people. So anyway, you can get that now. All right, this is Forest Swords. It's called Bolted. This is on Ninja Tune. Spending the past few years working as an in-demand composer and sound designer, writing music for ballet, film, and video games, Bolted was recorded over the past year in a warehouse factory space in Barnes's home city of Liverpool. So across its 11 tracks, he dives deeper into his unique sonic vocabulary to weave together a set of tracks that sounds equally muscular and bleak, haunting and euphoric, and as ever in his music, melancholy and joy, monochrome and color, past and future. They all feel ambiguous. Emotions shift from moment to moment. The differences between digital and acoustic instruments, more smeared together than ever. A very weird time, space, and sonics that feel both playful and totally vital. This is on what they're calling light indigo colored vinyl. There's also included a 12-page artwork booklet, a printed insert, and inner sleeves. So I believe that the color of blue is kind of the same that matches the sticker, and it actually does tell you here that it is light indigo colored vinyl, and about the booklet and the inserts and all that. So an informational sticker. We like that. Okay, here's a reissue. 50 years, Piano Man, Billy Joel on Legacy Recordings. This is the second studio album by American recording artist Billy Joel, originally released in November of 1973 by Columbia Records. The album emerged from legal difficulties with Billy Joel's former label Family Productions, and ultimately became his first breakthrough album. So the title track, a fictionalized retelling of Joel's experiences with people he met as a lounge singer in Los Angeles. It peaked at number 25 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and number 4 on the Adult Contemporary Singles Chart. So, yes, if you're, wanting to revisit Piano Man, it's back out again. And I believe this one is on straight up just standard black vinyl. There's nothing unusual about that. Okay, here's the Kronos Quartet. Kronos Quartet performs Philip Glass. This is on the None Such label. They released this acclaimed album, Kronos Quartet performs Philip Glass vinyl for the first time, to coincide with Kronos Quartet 5 Decades, a year-long celebration marking the quartet's 50th anniversary. Originally released in 1995, this album features performances of Quartet Number 2 from 1983, Number 3 Mashima from 1985, Number 4 Buzkak in 1990, and Number 5 in 1991, the first piece Glass wrote specifically for Kronos. So recorded at Skywalker Sound in California, the cover art features Francesco Clemente's painting The Four Corners from 1985. At the time the album's release, the New York Times said that it contains some of Glass's best music since Koyana Squatsi. His ear for sumptuous string sonorities is undeniable. That's a mouthful. While the Washington Post called it an ideal combination of composer and performers. So yeah, like I said, available on vinyl for the first time. All right, next up, this is Johnny Marr, Spirit Power, the best of Johnny Marr. This is on BMG Rights Management UK, so personally curated and compiled by Johnny Marr. If anybody's not familiar, Johnny Marr was the very celebrated guitarist in the Smiths, and he's had a solo career that's been going since, the breakup of the Smiths. But, a lot of people didn't realize he had as many albums as he does that could, he could compile a best of. So here you go. It encompasses music from across his 4 widely acclaimed solo albums released over the last decade. 2023's The Messenger, 2013's The Messenger, 2014's Playland, 2018's Call the Comet, and 2022 double album called Fever Dreams Parts 1 through 4. So this non-album single releases Armatopia and The Priest with Maxine Peake. The collection also includes 2 brand new studio recordings, Somewhere and The Answer. And this is on standard black vinyl. No, it isn't. It's on gold. I'm sorry. Gold, 2 LPs on gold vinyl. But then there's also this very limited deluxe double CD package available as well. So you can get that either way. Okay, then we have Dave Matthews Band's Before These Crowded Streets. This is on Legacy Recordings. Now, Before the Streets is the 3rd studio album by Grammy Award-winning rock band Dave Matthews Band. It was originally released in the spring of 1998. The album received very critical and commercial success. It actually dethroned the Titanic soundtrack, which sat atop the Billboard 200 for 16 consecutive weeks. So that was no mean feat. So Before These Crowded Streets was certified triple platinum and began the band's impressive streak of 6 #1 albums in a row. The LA Times said, on this album, the band places an even higher premium on musical proficiency. Songs such as Rapunzel and The Stone are built around vertiginous polyrhythms and serpentine riffs that dart around Matthews' clenched vocals, yet always manage to lock into an enjoyable groove. Okay. So the band continues to play a majority of the songs from this album in their nightly set while on tour, and it's been a favorite among fans for 2 decades now. So it's been a anniversary edition here. Comes with a standard black 2 LP vinyl with an exclusive new booklet that features rare photos. Okay, I was telling you last week, a lot of this time of year we start seeing a lot of double albums. Like everybody's putting out doubles. So here's a couple of reissues, kind of timely since the passing of Christine McVey. This one is self-titled, and it is on Rhino Warner Records. And this is the 2nd solo studio album by Christine McVey. It was released in 1984, and it was her first solo recording since her 1970 self-titled release under her maiden name, which was what Christine Perfect, right? So the album features 2 singles that reached the top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's Got a Hold on Me and Love Will Show Us How, which reached numbers 10 and 30 respectively. So the album peaked at number 26 in the U.S., spending 23 weeks on the Billboard 200. In the chart, the album reached number 58 on the UK albums chart. Okay. And then another Christine McVey reissue. This one is called In the Meantime, and this is on Rhino Records. Now, this was originally released in 2004. In the Meantime was produced by Christine McVey, Ken Calliot, and Dan Perfect, Christine's nephew. Rhino acquired the rights to release this album through WMG Rhino for the first time as part of their Songbird deal. Dan Perfect created a new stereo and Dolby ATMOS mix of the album. I don't know what that means, I'm sorry, which were approved by Christine last year before her passing. So this one is also a 2 LP set with 3 sides of music, and on side 4 is an etching of a songbird. Okay? And now we have Oasis, the Master Plan Remastered Edition. Big Brother Recordings Limited is the label. Double silver-colored vinyl pressing, digitally remastered edition. It's a compilation album by Oasis, originally released in 1998. It compromises. I can't talk today. It comprises B-sides, which never made it onto an album up to that point. Originally intended for release only in areas such as the United States and Japan, where the tracks were previously only available on expensive European import singles. The Master Plan reached number 2 in the UK, where it initially went platinum, and number 51 in the United States. So now double silver vinyl for the remastered version. Now this is just really cool. This is the soundtrack. Clint Mansell. It's the original score of Moon, and it's on the Clint Mansell Black Records label. So one of Hollywood's most exciting film composers. He did Dazed and Confused. Clint Mansell's emotionally gripping and melodically thrilling score for this psychological cult classic Luna drama Moon is now available on Black Records on white vinyl. And again, doesn't tell you anywhere that it's white vinyl, but it is, okay? Former Pop Will Eat Itself frontman Clint Mansell, now based in Los Angeles, has become the go-to composer for independent Hollywood films, producing peerless soundtracks for award-winning Darren Aronofsky films, Requiem for a Dream, The Fountain, and The Wrestler. So that is now available, and that's really cool. Okay, remember, white vinyl. All right, this is Neil Young, Time Fades Away, and this is on the Reprise label. This is one of the most influential artists of all time, as we all know. This album was, he set the standard for artistic integrity and creativity. So before starting his multi-platinum solo career, he was a founding member of Buffalo Springfield and worked with groups Crazy Horse and Crosby, Stills and Nash. So the Canadian singer-songwriter was recognized by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995 for his work as a solo artist, and was inducted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame in 1982. So his philanthropic work has renowned as his musical legacy. His famous Bridge School benefit concert has become a yearly tradition since 1986, and it continues to boast an incredible lineup of high-profile artists every year. Young donates all the proceeds to the Bay Area's Bridge School, which assists children with severe physical impairments and complex communication needs. And he was also one of the original founders of Farm Aid in 1985, and he continues to be an active member on the organization's board of directors. So now this, is just from, I'm trying to remember when this one was first released. Well, did I already tell you that? Was it, I don't want to say it was 85. I'm not even paying attention to my own notes. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, no. No, he was inducted in, okay, I don't know. This is the 50th anniversary. This is a limited edition of this Time Fades Away. Includes a bonus track, The Last Trip to Tulsa. It's pressed on clear vinyl, and that's here for you now. Okay, guys, so that's the pile that I have for you. We're hurtling towards the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to cut it off, and I'll post a list down below. And like I said, that list might be totally anemic and you might not see things on there that you're hoping to see, but like I said, it's very hard to communicate across the miles through texting and all this with our buyer. So I'm going to do the best I can for you. I will get some kind of a list up there. And remember that if you're a local yokel, we are open from 10 to 4 every day of the week. And so you can kind of come in here and shop this weekend. We're open 10 to 4, and we have leftover Halloween candy we need to get rid of. So help yourself when you come on in. Okay, so everybody have a great weekend. And again, sorry for my, I'm just tongue-tied today. I don't know why. But have a great weekend. Everybody get some rest, and I'll see you next week.